In today's lesson, we are going to be representing relationships with equations. So you might get a story problem or a table of values or a graph that represents a linear function, and you have to be able to write the equation that goes with the situation. Here's a quick review. We've talked about this a little bit to help you write an equation when you're reading a story problem. The number, so linear function generally follows this form. This y equals mx plus b. And then the number that you get from your story problem that always kind of matches up with your variable, you want to look for the rate. And you want to look for words like per, each, every. Something that's happening more than once, something that's happening multiple times. You get paid each Friday, you get paid $8 per hour. You're going 22 miles per hour. And then B, the number that's like added to your rate. This might be something that you only do once, so one time versus multiple times. Or it's your starting point. Let's say, well, I'm starting with $10. That's my starting point. Or maybe it's like the flat fee. In some bills, you might have to pay $20, and then you also have to pay like $5 per minute doing something. So just these are keywords that you want to look for when you are reading story problems. All right, so here's question number 1. It says the zoo is holding a recycling day. It's going to deduct 10 cents from the price of admission for each recyclable item donated at the zoo. Admission is normally $15. The table shows the reduced price for admission if 10, 11, 12, or 13 items are donated. So they're going to take away 10 cents for each item donated. If you don't donate anything, you have to pay $15. But when you start to donate items, your price is going to be deducted. So this table shows you if I bring 10 items, here's my price. 11 items, here's my price. All right, so first we need to write an equation to determine the price of admission with any number donated items D. So we have the total price, and then how do you get the price of admission? Well, if you don't bring any recyclables, it's going to be $15 for you. And then they're deducting 10 cents. So that means that they're taking away 10 cents, but they're taking away 10 cents per deductible item. So it makes sense that that is our rate. Therefore, that is what goes with the variable. And we're taking it away from the admission to reduce the price. All right. Now it says use the equation to find the cost of admission if 25 items are donated. So, if we remember, P represents the cost of admission, and then D represents the donated items. The donations, number of donations. So they're asking us to find the cost. So we need to find the cost if 25 items are donated. So we need to plug 25 in for D to find P. So the price, $15 minus 0.1 times 25. Order of operations, we need to multiply first. So P equals 15 minus 2.5, and then 15 minus 2.5, the price is $12.50. So if you bring in 25 recyclable items, you only have to pay $12.50. All right, and here is example 2. Jen is renting a mountain bike. The bike rental shop charges a $55 deposit for the bike and helmet. So she's going to pay $55 one time, and then plus an additional $15 per day. That's the rate. So it says write an equation to find the cost of a mountain bike for any number of D days. So we want to know the cost. How do you get the total cost? We would pay $55 once, and then you're also paying plus $15 per day. So it makes sense that we have 15 matches up with our variable because that's the rate, and then the one-time payment is the number by itself. All right, and now it says make a table to find the cost for 4, 5, 6, and 7 days. So I have D, days, and then cost here. And we just want to know 4, 5, 6, and 7 days. The middle column is where you can show your work if needed. So remember, this is where we plug in 4, 5, 6, and 7 in for D. All right, and if you calculate all of these, we should get 115 for 4 days, 130 for 5 days, 145 for 6 days, and 160 for 7 days. And now we have to plot those points. So the first point is over 4 up 115, and you have to kind of estimate 115. It's going to be close to 120. And then over 5 up 130. And then over 6 up 145. Whoops, it's hard to plot those dots on the iPad with the video I'm creating. And then over 7 up 60. So when we connect those here, and you want to think, let's say we have 0 days. So that means they don't pay the daily payment, but they're still paying the $55. So at 0, it's still at 55. So then we can connect them. So that is today's lesson, is understanding a situation in a story problem and being able to write an equation that represents the situation and apply that equation to a table of values and to a graph. So representing relationships in all different forms. Good luck with the lesson.